You gotta make yourself sound bad.
Recording. It's in there. Might have to go in there.
You got it. Welcome to the Broken Plane Podcast with your host, JB.
And TK.
This is episode, what is it? Episode 12? 12, okay. I almost lost track.
The dozen.
The even dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week, the baker's dozen.
The baker's dozen. This is the dirty dozen with Hall of Fame running back Jim Brown.
Yeah.
He dies at the end.
Oh, no.
If you haven't seen it.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
He runs and then gets shot. Because it's a World War II movie, and that's what happens in World War II movies.
True.
All right. So here we are, week 4. We're going into week 4. We're going to talk about a little bit about week 3.
Yeah. Mostly just prep you, or recap you on week 3. We don't prep you for the new week.
No,
really.
we never prep. We always go backwards.
Yeah.
We look backwards at games, never forwards.
Tuesday evening quarterbacks.
Yes. Sometimes not even.
Sometimes Wednesday evening.
Sometimes Wednesday.
We need a lot of time sometimes.
Yeah. So why don't we jump right in with Twitter Fan of the Week?
Twitter Fan of the Week this week is a brand new follower from this morning. One of our only new followers. I want to say real quick before I announce this. Saturday morning, you messaged me.
Yeah.
And you said we are up to 70 followers.
70
on
followers.
Twitter.
I was very excited.
And I just about threw up.
It was great. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
70.
And then we were looking Monday morning and down to 58.
Yeah.
Don't know how that happened.
A lot of accounts got cleared out over the weekend.
Yeah, I guess they did the same thing that we were doing, following and unfollowing.
Or what might have happened, the FBI might have been part of that college basketball scam where those Twitter accounts paid for college players to play.
That's very likely.
That could be.
Yeah.
And now deleted.
And we suffer.
We do.
More than anyone else, really.
Really? Percentage-wise, that's a huge
like 20%.
percentage. Yeah. That's all of our followers.
That's terrible.
Okay.
Twitter Fan of the Week this week, the one and only Daina Falk at The Hungry Fan. Congratulations.
Daina Falk.
She is the runner of www.hungryfan.com, which looks like a pretty awesome
I'm looking
website.
I'm looking at it right now, and she's got a recipe here for mini tequila lime grilled shrimp tacos with pineapple salsa.
That sounds delightful.
I don't even like shrimp. I would eat that so much. No, I don't.
Oh, but
pineapple salsa, tequila lime grilled shrimp. That just sounds delicious.
I'm a fan. I am a hungry fan.
Yeah.
And now I am a fan of The Hungry Fan.
She's also got, did you see her, she's got a pinned tweet. She was featured in OK Magazine, and she's got a recipe there for tater tot nachos.
Oh, tater tot.
I am a fan of nachos in any form.
Yes, and tater tots.
How could that not be good?
Okay, those look delicious.
Tater tot nachos.
Jalapenos, a little cilantro, some cheese, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Salsa. All right, I'm in. I'll make those for you for next week's podcast.
Delicious.
Yes, so congratulations to Daina Falk. I'm glad that you followed us and we discovered your website.
Yeah, that's great.
Amazing.
Good for us.
Yeah.
You can catch us on Facebook at The Broken Plane Podcast. You can catch us on Twitter at The Broken Plane.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also catch us on email at thebrokenplanepod@gmail.com.
No doubt.
You used to be able to catch us on Instagram, but if you go there now, I don't think we even check anymore.
I go in and look, but
do you?
Yeah, I have no reason to do anything yet.
No. I was thinking we should get a football, maybe a Nerf ball, and make faces on it and take pictures of it to post to Instagram.
Okay.
That would at least give us something to put up.
We'll do something.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll bring it back at one of these days.
That'd be great.
I'm in.
All right. Do we have any family business we need to cover before we jump into Kwik-E-Newz?
Well, I'm gonna talk about the Great Big Broken Plane giveaway real quick.
Yes.
It's still happening.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Everybody cares.
Nobody has even attempted
to
tweet either of the previous week's secret words, except for one person. So we have one entrant so far. He may or may not actually legally be eligible.
Well, not legally.
No.
It's not a legal thing.
To me.
It's our rules.
My rule.
Yeah.
My legal rule.
We're not going to put him in Broken Plane jail.
No.
I guess.
I think I'm just going to award him the win as soon as we get to 100 followers. 100 fake followers. Anyway, there will be a secret word coming up at some point within this show, too.
So listen for it.
So listen for it and follow us.
Follow and enter. Use the secret word.
You can win something.
To win.
I guarantee you I will send it to you.
Yeah. Off to Kwik-E-Newz.
Off we go.
Off to Kwik-E-Newz. I think I'm gonna. You know what? I think I'm going to just start making Twitter accounts and following, and then spamming the secret word.
Okay.
And then I will get the Funko doll. It'll be mine.
It is a figurine. It's whatever you want it to be.
It's a vinyl doll.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cute.
It's awesome. Kwik-E-Newz.
Who do you got first?
I just came across this today. Trent Richardson.
Trenton.
He of the Alabama almost Heisman. I think Robert Griffin won it that year.
Roll Tide.
He of the high Browns draft pick. He of the Indianapolis Colts. He lately
the Ravens too.
Of the Ravens, where he didn't sign, and also the Raiders, where he got cut.
I don't think he actually made it onto the Ravens. Pro Football Reference doesn't actually have him there, so I think he was on the squad and then got cut before the season started.
Yeah, exactly.
Poor guy.
He signed with the Saskatchewan Roughriders of the CFL.
Sweet.
Yeah. So hasn't been in the NFL for a couple of years, so CFL is the next thing. He's still young. He's 27, I think I saw. It's not the NFL, but average salary in the CFL is $50,000 a year. It's not bad money.
I take it.
Yeah,
I've played some football in Canada.
I've worked lots worse jobs. The downside, it's Saskatchewan, and that is a plain city. So if you've been somewhere in the Midwest in the winter, where it snows,
it's like that all the time.
Like that
year round up there.
Not year round. No,
they still get a little mild.
Spring, summer. They have two seasons. They have hot and cold. That's what they have. It's fine. I got family lives up there. Great folks in Saskatchewan. The Rough Riders, a little known fact, the Rough Riders actually, their gear in Canada is second only to Maple Leafs in sales.
Really?
Yeah.
Popular team.
Green and black, I think, are their colors. Smart looking unis. Jerseys, green and black, their gear sells remarkably well.
That's great.
In Canada. Good for Trent Richardson. I'm happy for him.
I'm surprised because I haven't heard of these guys. I always hear the talk of is it the Montreal Alouettes?
Yep.
And so I just kind of figured they were the big team that people followed up there.
They do fine.
I guess they must be third.
They're French. They speak French.
Okay.
The rest of Canada
smaller
hates
base.
them.
Yeah. Much smaller base.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have the Calgary Stampeders. They have the
Stampeders, not the Stampede.
No, I think it's the Stampeders. I think that's.
I'd
have to look.
Maybe it's a Canadian word.
I'd have to go look. They have the Ottawa All Blacks.
Oh.
Or no,
that's
the
New
Ottawa
Zealand,
Red
right?
Blacks. The Ottawa Red Blacks.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense.
Who else do
either.
they have? They have the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Yes. The Hamilton Tiger Cats, I think, is a team in the CFL.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
We need to start our CFL podcast next season.
No.
We can talk about Trent Richardson.
You know what? It freaks me every time I watch the CFL. It freaks me out.
Probably Geno Smith next year too.
Watching people run towards the line of scrimmage at the snap kind of screws me up.
Do they play the exact same game as American NFL football? Are there differences?
They call it football. There's several differences.
Okay.
Yeah, the end zones are 20 yards, I think. Deep. The field is another. I think the field's another 10 or 15 yards wide. It's 110 yards. Half midfield is 50. Is the 55-yard line.
Oh, interesting.
And there's 12 players on a side, not 11, and there are 3 downs instead of 4.
So 2 quarterbacks is what you're saying.
You could use 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah. It's a wonder you're not a coach. It really.
I have innovative and terrible ideas.
We'd learn quick which ones were good.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations to Trent Richardson for finding a home. Hopefully, maybe he'll find a home. Maybe he'll rent. I don't know.
Might be best to rent it first. Yeah.
All right. Well, back to the NFL. We'll bring it back.
Okay.
Bring it back. My friend and yours,
Darren Sproles.
Darren Sproles.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh my gosh. A torn ACL and a broken arm.
How'd that happen?
That's not good.
At the same time. And he's not a young man.
No, he's 34.
Oh man.
That might be it for him.
Did you see the play?
I haven't seen it. I don't want to watch it.
It's not one of those gruesome plays when you watch it.
Good.
But
it's not one of those dangly arm situations.
No. But he does. He twists up, and it looks like he pops his knee, and he kind of flinches a little bit, and then he goes down hard in his arm. And it's just bang bang, and now you've got two completely separate things wrong with you. One of them is going to take you 6 to 8 weeks, and the other one's going to take you 12 to 14 months. Yeah. And how old is? I think Darren is
34.
He's 34. He said that. Yeah.
Fresh off the 34th birthday, I think.
So he'll be 36. He could be 36 by the time he's ready to come back.
Yeah.
So this could be the end of the road.
He had a good career, though.
He did. A lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
A lot of fun to watch.
I enjoyed him. I enjoyed especially, I think it was 2009, his matchup against the Ravens when he broke off a nice 81-yard touchdown. That was lovely with the Chargers.
Ugh. Yeah.
The Ravens won, though, so that was...
Okay, so that's okay then.
Laugh.
Yeah.
But still.
I didn't like him when he was in San Diego.
Oh, really?
I got mad at him because he would do well, and I would not like it.
He didn't play that much, though.
Who was he behind?
He was behind
Tomlinson.
that Tomlinson guy.
That guy was all right.
Yeah.
He was fine.
He didn't get a lot of run.
You'd think that as a third down back, though, because it's not like Tomlinson could catch passes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he did that.
He kind of could.
Okay. But when he got to New Orleans, that was a lot of fun to watch.
He flourished there.
Him and Breeze.
He had about 2,000 yards receiving.
Yeah.
In his 3 seasons
That's
with Breeze.
He didn't run the ball. He received the ball out of the backfield.
No, I didn't bother looking up his rushing stats.
No, there's no point. No point in that.
Yeah.
He returned punts, too, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
The Saints?
He might have still even done it with Philly for a little while.
Yeah.
He was there for the last 3 years.
Versatile player. Versatile guy.
Sad to see him go. Hopefully he makes it back.
Hopefully he comes back.
But for a running back,
it's tough.
Coming off torn ACL after you're that much older than 30.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is he hasn't had a ton of wear as far as running backs go.
Yeah.
But he's had an extra 4 years over that 30-year-old cap that most people sort of start to crap out at. So it might be, I don't know.
Yeah.
So the Phillies down to LeGarrette Blount, who looked okay this week. He pounded in a touchdown
from 3 yards out.
Yeah.
If you can get down and put him on the goal line, he'll fall forward.
Yeah. And Wendell Smallwood, Wendell, I think, he actually looked pretty good. I don't know if you watched him at that much, but I didn't get a chance. Okay.
I didn't get a chance to watch the game. I did see that. Of course, I saw the how it ended, the highlight. But it's. I don't know. You're the Eagles fan here, so
I'm a huge Eagles fan.
You're on board
out of nowhere.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. It's gonna hurt him because Sproles is a good tool to have in that.
He's
arsenal,
a versatile back.
But, yeah.
He really does. It makes it harder for teams to tee up.
Yeah.
To line up because you put Blunt in there, you know he's gonna run power if he runs at all. You can stack the box. And he really hasn't been very effective in the open field.
Yeah.
It really has since he was at Oregon. I mean, that was the last time he was really rumbling in the open field. Mm-hmm. Since then, he's
just
a power
back. Power back.
Yeah. Which is fine. You have to be able to spot him. You have to get the ball down inside the 5-yard line.
And you want somebody like that.
Yeah.
So
short yardage
that's what
back.
he does.
Yeah.
And I don't know that much about Smallwood yet. I mean, he could very well be a pass catcher, but I'm not sure. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see how he does with that.
Yeah,
and I know they have somebody else who I didn't look up as their third. They're bringing him in to
well, they re-signed Kenyon Barner.
Oh yes, that's
today.
right. There we go.
Today, yeah.
Your guy.
They did bring another back in. A couple of Oregon backs in the backfield now.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm trying to remember. Blunt was before Barner. Barner and LaMichael James were at Oregon at the same time.
The dynamic duo there.
Yeah, where LaMichael James got all the run, and then
they played with Mariota, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Good offense.
They did fine.
Yeah.
It was okay. Good time to be a Ducks fan.
Yeah. Anyway, poor Darren Sproles.
Yeah.
Sad to see him out.
Yep.
But maybe he'll come back.
Here's hoping.
Yeah. And speaking of guys we're sad to see go out, well, you don't care.
I care. Come on now. I'm not heartless.
And helping to fulfill my overreaction from last week, another Raven has lost his season.
Yeah.
Brent Urban, defensive lineman.
What happened to Brent? Because it looks like this is a funny name for this.
Yeah, it must be named after somebody.
Yeah.
The Lisfranc fracture in the foot.
Is that a bone?
I think it's a type of injury.
A type of fracture.
I think it's a type of fracture. Maybe in a specific location too. But it's one that requires surgery most often. Oh. So he's going to have to get surgery.
Oh man.
Which I think, and then it just takes a long time to heal, and it's terrible apparently.
Well, I know hand surgery is incredibly complex. I don't know about foot surgery.
Seems equally complex.
Could be.
Same bones, different shapes.
Yeah. A year.
Tarsals.
He's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, so that's another one down.
Man.
And they were using him to help fill in the gap, the giant Brandon Williams-sized gap that they were using to stuff up the run. Obviously, Urban was nowhere near as effective as Williams.
Yeah.
And Williams, for so far, is not actually out for the season.
Okay.
He's just out for a little while. I'm sure it'll be announced soon that he...
Day-to-day, probably. Yeah.
Has lost some sort of limb or something, or torn something. Anyway.
Maybe not a limb.
Another Raven down.
Right.
51 to go.
Yes.
Do you have anything else for the news?
Not
kind of a
really.
quiet week. Well, we saw today the Chiefs had to put Cairo, their kicker, onto the IR.
For what?
Groin injury, I believe.
I didn't see that at all.
Late breaking news.
A groin injury.
Yeah.
How do you?
I don't
how do
know.
you do
I
that?
saw
That's so weird.
He got run up on late, or not late, but he got hit after his kick, and somebody hit his knee a little bit, and I wonder if but he continued to play in that game, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, or if he was just had some lingering and he tweaked it at the end of the game.
Big time kickers make big time kicks in big time games. You can't just bail out.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what are you gonna do? Have your punter kick?
I wouldn't do it.
Have a fat lineman kick? That's not right.
Nah.
Can't do that.
Maybe your place kicker could just not get hurt.
That'd be best.
Maybe you just do that, huh?
Or if he gets hurt, kick anyway.
Yeah. So he's on the IR. I guess that's 8 weeks at a minimum. You probably want to bring him back if he can, unless you have somebody else more important that can come back. But
is it do you have to pick one?
I thought, don't we get 2, right?
Oh, that's right.
That's what we talked
about.
We
did
rule
talk
change.
about the
You get
rule
2
change.
back now.
Yeah.
So he could come back.
It's
what is it now? Like week 12 because it's 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
So maybe week 12 if who they replaced, they picked up Harrison Butker. He was on the Panthers practice squad, and he is the former Georgia Tech kicker, and I think he's their all-time kicking leader.
Okay.
I don't know how hard that is to become the all-time kicking leader of a college.
I was thinking they could do that, or they could just wait, and Younghoe Koo is about to be out of a job, I hear. So.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Or they could always take a flyer on good old Roberto Aguayo.
Yeah.
He's still out there.
I hear he's available too.
Sending resumes out.
Turns out there's a lot of kickers available.
Washed up, failed kickers.
Yeah. I have not seen so many missed field goals ever. This is just insane. The NFL used to be automatic from inside 40. I don't know what's happening now. It's like the Wild West out there.
Yeah.
Nobody can make it.
Cairo Santos, just make sure I get his name right once.
Okay.
He had I think a 51-yard attempt this week against the Chargers. Missed it, but he was bailed out by some penalty on the Chargers that let the Chiefs continue their drive. So he didn't get that counted against him. He's only kicked 3 field goals so far this year. 12 extra points. That's what they're doing. Chiefs are scoring touchdowns now, ladies and gentlemen.
Seems best to do it that way.
Yeah. So that's I think that's it for Kwik-E-Newz.
Okay. All right.
That's enough of that.
I like it.
Yeah. We'll move right into Read and Overreact.
I had a hard time with that this week too.
Yeah. It was rough. I'm having a hard time overreacting to things every week.
I just shocked myself on the computer.
We might have to get a new segment.
Read and Overreact.
Yeah, that's what we're doing today.
Yeah. You want me to kick off?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll jump in here. Well, you saw that the Browns last week were favored over the Colts in Indy.
Yeah, we got very excited about that.
Well, Indy stomped all over the Browns.
Ooh.
They killed their dreams.
Yeah.
And the final score, which was I don't have it written down. It was 31-28. I think.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It wasn't that close. That's a 3-point lead. It wasn't that close. The Colts jumped out to a 2-touchdown lead at halftime, and then basically Chuck Pagano just didn't play offense in the second half. Chuck Pagano was actively trying to sabotage his team. That's what was
trying
happening.
to get that pick for next year.
I guess. What's he trying? They will fire him if he loses games. It's not like he's got a secure job, I don't think. I think that they're looking at him going, we need to have more out of you.
Let's at least compete.
Yeah.
But not against the Browns only.
So Jacoby Brissett goes out in the first half. He runs, he guns, he runs some more. A couple of rushing touchdowns. I think he had one throwing touchdown. I think he had all 3 of those in the first half. Does that sound?
I think they were early.
Yeah. And then in the second half, lots of handing the ball off to Frank Gore, which was fine, except he had 25 carries for 57 yards. That's just over 2 yards a carry.
That's really good.
The best part about that stat, 57 yards, 21 of those came on one carry.
Ooh.
Yeah. So essentially, he was averaging just over a yard a carry for 24 carries.
Way to go, offensive line.
That's so fantastic. And in fairness to Frank Gore, he wasn't just running into the backs of his linemen.
No.
His linemen are bad. They don't make holes.
That's true, yeah.
They make a lot of fall downs is what they do. They kind of, boom, and then, yeah. So, tough. They had 92 total yards of rushing. They allowed the Browns... No, that's horrible. That's for the team.
Yeah.
The whole team together.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
That's terrible.
Okay, that's pretty bad.
And they let the Browns come back. The Browns scored 2 touchdowns late.
Yeah.
So they put 14 points on the board. They made the game close.
Yeah.
It's
way
insane.
Too close.
Insane. Pagano pulled in his troops. He was trying to protect Brissett.
They pulled a bit of a Falcons Super Bowl.
Yeah.
To a lesser extent, but 28 points in the first half, 3 in the second half.
Yes.
And it was a field goal from Vinatieri in the fourth quarter. So they did nothing in the third quarter.
I've never been a huge fan of Pagano as a head coach.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why. The thing is if he's a first year coach, maybe you can look at that. He's gonna grow from this.
Yeah, gotta learn.
He's been there for 5 years now. Yeah. 4, I guess. He started off like 11-5, and I think each year he's gotten just a little bit worse until.
Well, Andrew Luck's gotten a little bit worse shape.
Yeah.
Each year too.
I did see before we as I was finishing up, I did see that Chuck Pagano is saying that Andrew Luck may start practicing this week.
Oh, sure.
So he's not coming back, but they may get him on the field a little bit, find out where he is.
We'll see.
Yeah. So that's my first.
I like it. Wait, what happened? What's your overreaction? I missed it.
That Chuck Pagano is actively sabotaging his team.
Oh. Yeah.
That's my overreaction.
I don't think that's an overreaction. That's a bit of an overreaction. That's a bit of a conspiracy theory.
What do you got?
Well, JB, any given Sunday is a saying that people have about football.
Yeah.
And it means that any team can win any game on any Sunday.
That's
the
right.
Monday night games are decided, but
they don't even.
And
they
the
don't
Thursday
even play
night
those
games
anymore.
now.
Yeah, they don't play those either. They
any
just
given football day, any team can win.
Yeah,
and that's been happening a little bit this year.
Kind of weird, yeah.
We've had some upsets. We've had some surprise close games that we didn't think they were going to be that close. I'm sure lots of people playing Pick'em didn't think they were going to be that close. I'm sure lots of bettors are a little bummed out about their spread picks.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that each week for the rest of the season, there's going to be one major upset each week. Playoffs, Super Bowl. Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
I think Philly's going to win.
No.
They're going to go and upset the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs.
No.
Am I overreacting all over the place?
That's an overreaction.
All over your face.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So week 1, the Chiefs blew out the Pats. I don't know if that's really an upset, but it's definitely it's an upset. It was back then. Maybe it's not anymore. The Chiefs seem like they're legit.
It was an upset at the time.
But it was an upset at the time.
For sure, yeah.
The Bears hung around with Atlanta.
Yeah.
That was a close game.
Yep.
And then the Rams. This is one of your surprise things. 46 points.
Yeah.
You could tell somebody that and you mean like, over which 5-week span did they score 46 points? No.
Yeah.
Just 48 minutes.
Yeah, if only Jeff Fisher could have done this last year, he'd still have a job. Yeah. Go figure.
He can never do that.
Not even close.
Did you know that the Rams have dropped 40 points this year twice?
They put up 40 twice, yeah.
And they are the number 1 offense.
Yeah. In fairness, though, the Rams are also the only team who's gotten to face Indianapolis and San Francisco.
Oh, that's not fair.
So that's
San Francisco's got a great D, though.
No.
They limited Carolina to 20 points.
Carolina's terrible.
And they limited the Seahawks, the offensive juggernaut Seahawks.
The Seahawks, okay, but the Seahawks were playing blindfolded that whole game.
Oh.
That's the thing.
They had the...
Yeah, offensively, all the offensive linemen before they went out, blindfolds on. Okay, now go.
Okay, they also put up 20 points against the Redskins. That's more than the Raiders did.
Yep.
So that's something. 107 points for the Rams through 3 games so far this year. That's
pretty impressive.
The Patriots, Chiefs, and Jaguars. The Jaguars, what? Yeah. Thank you, Ravens, are the next 3 top scoring teams this year. So
well, the Rams, those numbers, those are greatest show on turf numbers. Those are Kurt Warner, Isaac
turf
Bruce,
anymore?
Marshall Falk. No, they don't.
They're gonna have to change all their branding.
Those are old St. Louis Rams numbers. I mean, offensively they're running the ball up and down the field.
I love it.
Thank goodness they can't stop anybody. I thought it was going to be just the opposite. I thought they were going to be solid with Wade Phillips on defense.
Ooh.
And offensively I thought they were going to have some trouble. But clearly that has not been the case.
McVay is a genius, apparently.
I was wrong about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were wrong about Wade.
Yeah.
He's a bum.
Although, you shouldn't have been wrong about Wade, because you knew what he can do because he's done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe it's a complex defense.
Maybe we'll cover it some other time.
Yeah. Maybe it's a lot
once we figure out what's going on.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, week 2, we had the Broncos surprised, I think, most people, maybe not Broncos fans, and annihilated the Cowboys.
Well, I don't think it said they won the game, but they beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, I would have accepted like a 3 point,
even
a touchdown.
10, even 10. I mean, they beat them by...
That was a lot.
They beat them by... Do you have a final
24.
Score?
No, I didn't write it down. It was a lot.
It was a big number. It was they thumped them pretty good.
Yeah, so that was crazy.
Yeah.
The Colts hung around with Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona didn't have David Johnson, so there's a little bit, but kind of still figured that the Colts were the team that got beat up by the Rams.
Yeah.
And then Seattle, I guess I should say San Francisco hung around with Seattle for a little bit.
How'd that
I don't know. People are...
in Seattle.
Because then last week, Seattle did all right on offense. Russell Wilson had 4 touchdowns. Tennessee's defense is supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at
given Sunday, Jay.
If you look at the final score, they put up
some roared
points.
Back.
They didn't really, have a good offense. I don't know that I'd call that good offensive football.
No.
That was a good individual effort by one guy.
Yeah.
If you're going to have only one guy, I would choose it to be the quarterback. If you're only going to have one guy who plays...
That's probably the best...
on offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the most important.
Then it should be him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this week that we just experienced, the Bills somehow just decided that they were going to beat the Broncos that just beat the Cowboys. So I have no idea who's better than who.
Nobody's better than
So Pick'em is just...
I throw darts.
It's a crapshoot.
I throw darts now. I flip coins.
The Bears beat Pittsburgh. What?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I've got an upset special for you this week. We'll talk about it maybe a little bit in Lose the Farm, and there you have it. One big upset every week for the rest of the year.
Okay.
I guarantee it.
I like it.
Stamp.
I've got the my next read and overreact. I've got the Raiders going into the nation's capital and deciding to not play football. I think they were there as a protest march.
That was so disappointing.
Through the Capitol.
Yeah.
What they said was, okay, guys, we're not going to play football this week. We're going to go and we're going to protest social issues in Washington, D.C. And they showed up there and somebody said, oh, no, you're going to play football. And they were looking at each other kind of in a panic at the hotel. We're playing football tonight?
We didn't plan for this.
And then they all panicked, ran to the stadium. Derek Carr, he actually had no underwear on, so he was uncomfortable the whole game, right? He's running around going, I don't know what's going on.
That's why some of those passes were so bad.
Brutal. Just so brutal. Let me break it down for you just a little bit.
Tell me something.
Specifically, we're going to pick on the Raiders' offense because they were terrible.
Well, yeah, that's the main problem.
13 rushes for the whole game. The whole game, 13 rushing attempts.
Yeah.
On those 13 rushing attempts, 32 yards. So again, this was one of the
that's Frank Gore territory.
This
right
is
there.
Yes, this is supposed to be one of the best offensive lines in football.
Yeah.
Okay, so 32 yards on 13 carries, 0 for 11 on third downs, 7 first downs the entire game. 7.
No.
7.
Yeah, that's true.
Derek Carr goes 19 for 31. You're like, oh, that's pretty good. 19 for 31, 118 yards.
Yeah, that's yucky.
That's terrible.
That's first half numbers right there.
Yeah, exactly. You should play another half after that and then have a regular amount of yards. 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Cooper and Crabtree were, I swear to you, they had iron skillets on their hands.
They were not catching
They're
that
just
thing.
smacking balls down. No! Bam!
Get away from me.
Volleyball! Bam! Spike! Bam!
Yeah, Crabtree 1 catch on 3 targets. Amari Cooper 1 catch on 5 targets.
Yeah.
It's too bad that they didn't come through because they probably would have been a lot more competitive. Because the rest of their guys did okay.
Well, they did fine. I would have liked to see more
yards. They
yards.
caught the passes that they were thrown to, though.
Oh, the receiver. Yeah, the receiving core. Yeah. Derek Carr was not throwing the ball well to begin with.
That first pick that he threw was just like, I don't know what he was thinking.
Well, even looking at him, he didn't look comfortable throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And there wasn't anybody around him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was dangling. That's what happens, right? But Cooper and Crabtree, there were balls hitting them in the hands that they weren't catching. And, Cooper, I kind of expect that.
He's had some drop issues. But, yeah, Crabtree's been solid this year.
Well, Crabtree's been solid since he was at A&M.
Yeah.
I mean, or was it Texas Tech maybe? But anyway, doesn't matter. Special teams looked good. Thank goodness they've got Marquette King.
That guy's amazing.
7 punts, 49.4
He's making
net.
me question my Johnny Hecker love for punter.
Marquette, he's fantastic. He had 4. He dropped 4 inside the 20.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him being there, it would have been even worse.
Blowout.
Yeah, it could have gone sideways quick.
It was kind of a blowout anyway. It didn't.
No, it was a blowout.
They didn't have a chance.
No, and DeVecchio was good. He made his field goal.
They're not even getting him in range.
No, they didn't in that game.
But get to the 30. Let
he
this
made
guy
the
blast
ones.
some 50s.
He made the kicks that they put him out there for. So he did fine. The defense looked good for the first quarter, but then the number of plays just caught up to them. They played 68 plays compared to 51 for the Raider offense.
Oof.
Yeah. So
just walked all over him. That running game of Washington is just turning it on.
Was it the running game or was it Johnson? What's his Thompson? Chris Thompson?
Chris Thompson, yeah. Pass
25.
catching running back, but he's breaking off runs too.
Well, again, it's my opinion that Ken Norton, the defensive coordinator for the Raiders, can't see the number 25.
That's true.
And is consistently confused when that guy kept blowing plays open.
It's a confusing number because the 2 and the 5 are mirrors.
Right. And
so
if you put them, you invert them, and then it's like, that's 52, and I would have been able to see that.
And that's Khalil, so I don't know what's going on.
It was the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
Every time he swings out of the backfield, nobody picks him up. This is like the 4th time this has happened. Please just put a guy on him.
150 receiving yards and
insane.
74-yard break off.
And I'm surprised it was only 150 because he was running wild. Yeah, and he wasn't just like running and then getting hit and stepping out of bounds. He was like making plays downfield. The Washington football team's offensive line was sprinting downfield to get in front of him to kill the small Raiders secondary.
Yeah.
Just go Raiders, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. So Derek Carr, no underwear. That's the turning point.
Remember your underwear next week.
Yes.
You know what I thought was weird, and we talked about it a little bit, the cross country game possibly having an effect. I looked at it last year. The Raiders went across to the East Coast 4 games and they won all of them.
Did they beat the spread?
I don't know.
Okay.
But that doesn't matter. They won their games.
It's better than losing.
Yeah.
Right? Well, and the other thing, too, is this wasn't a morning game.
No.
The morning game, maybe you can see because...
A little bit more thrown off with it.
Because the whole pregame thing takes 5 hours.
And it's it's like 4 in the morning for you.
Yeah. When you get up, it's 4 in the morning, and then by the time you play, it's like 10 in the morning, and you're kind of woozy and whatever. But this was at night.
It was night. I said I think they haven't played at night before, the Raiders.
They have.
Oh, they have. Okay.
I've seen it.
It wasn't the darkness that got to them either.
They weren't confused by the light going out.
Okay.
No. Also, they have bright lights that they... just for that purpose, so they can see what's going on.
But the sky isn't blue, so that can kind of confuse you a little bit.
I wouldn't think so, but it could. At this point, I'm willing to accept almost any explanation.
We're overreacting, so clearly it was the sky.
We're going to go with that, yeah.
I am. You can have what you want.
The sky.
This is yours.
I'm going with underwear. We've already set that one aside. Yeah.
Poor Raiders. I hope they bounce back. I like them.
That was miserable.
Yeah.
That was miserable. They go back to Denver.
Yeah.
This week.
Tough matchup.
Big matchup.
Got to prove yourself now.
Traveling into Denver, this is a big game for them. So, we'll see.
Good luck. Last week we talked about the wussy one, Sam Bradford.
Yes.
I think he's played his final snaps in the NFL. He's done.
I like where you're going with this. Let's.
And it's not necessarily even because he's injured. He's injured for sure. His brain is hurt. Why do you not want to play?
It hurts.
Quit faking it, man. Get back out there. No. His knee's acting up on him. Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio came out Monday and said that Teddy Bridgewater is healthy, going to be practicing, ready to return Week 7 against the Ravens.
It's about time.
That's good.
If you're Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah. That's good for the Ravens. It's terrible for the Ravens. It's good for
the
the Vikings and all their fans and everybody.
Yeah.
It's only not good for two people. Sam Bradford and Case Keenum.
The
new class of the NFL.
Say what you want.
Look, he had a great game. I think they're going to roll with him. It sounds like Bradford's probably not going to want to play this weekend too, because still just wants to keep that knee on the mend.
They're playing who are they playing? They're playing the Lions.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go against?
Yeah.
Why would you want to go against the Lions pass rush? I wouldn't want to do that.
Their defense is drastically improved.
Yeah.
I was surprised because I like their offense, but I did not think that they were going to have anything in there to keep the offense afloat, but they do. Mm-hmm. So I think Zimmer's gonna keep rolling with Keenum, even if Bradford kind of comes back in, especially if he plays as well as he did last week and not against the Steelers. But he was cold coming in, hadn't played in who knows how long.
Yeah. Since
last year under the Jeff Fisher.
Yeah.
Crap show.
You can't. Playing under Jeff Fisher has just got to be the worst thing for a quarterback.
Yeah. So the Vikings have the Bears Week 5, another divisional matchup. I think Zimmer's going to want to win that. He's probably going to keep hot hand Keenum in.
So you think Zimmer's going to want to win that game?
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I didn't think they were going to win this week
Not
if
like
Keenum
Pagano.
played.
If it was Pagano, you don't know.
No.
Pagano puts Tolzien in next week, so you don't know.
Is he just...
I would
We're doing too well.
Slow down.
This is not good for my number one pick strategy. Then they got the Packers. They got a nice run of the division coming up here.
Yeah.
Lions, Bears, Packers. I think they're probably going to lose that one, but they'll just stick with Keenum. Bradford's not going to go in. The writing's on the wall.
I don't see why you would.
He's done.
And Keenum was very effective the last two games. Yeah. So why would you change?
Well, I wouldn't say he was effective against the Steelers, but
I mean, yeah, you're right, but I don't.
They probably would have had a chance.
Bradford have done any better? I think is the question.
I think they would have had a chance with Bradford because I like Bradford.
What does Bradford do better?
Doesn't throw interceptions.
Well, that's because he doesn't throw into. He throws
exactly.
scared.
I think he would have been able to just keep him safe, and Dalvin Cook would have run.
He would have ducked.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
Maybe.
So then Week 7, they play the Ravens. Keenum is going to get hurt in that game because that's what the Ravens do: is they hurt players en route to hurting themselves.
Okay, all right.
And then Bridgewater is ready at this point, so they're going to say, "Hey, why not? Get in there." He's going to just take off. The Ravens are not good at adjusting to quarterbacks that enter the game, as we all saw in the Browns game when Kevin Hogan lit them up. Mm-hmm. And Bridgewater being a mobile quarterback, the Ravens aren't good at dealing with that. I think if Bridgewater gets a chance in Week 7 against the Ravens, I think he's going to show everybody that he's back and he's the same old guy that he was before he got hurt, and that job will stick. Bradford will probably hang around as, emergency. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he gets another job after this, though. He probably does, but not a starting job.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah. I think it seems like a lot of the teams are set now. Unless Joe Flacco, he might be out. That was ugly.
They lifted him because he was just ineffective, though,
I think he was just like...
That game was over anyway.
Yeah.
And he's probably still nursing...
Why bother him hurting his back
Yeah,
even
he's
more?
still nursing that injury.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not 100%.
So, maybe Sammy goes to the Ravens.
Oh, jeez.
And then... all my wildest dreams come true.
Oh, shit.
Nah, I have no dreams of that.
Ugh.
Sam Bradford's done.
All right.
What do you got?
My last one, my overreaction, Jets win.
What?
That's it.
Another game?
That's it. Jets win 20-6. And not that close.
Yeah.
The Dolphins scored 6 points late.
That was quite the...
Shellacking.
Yeah, there's a good word for it.
Yeah, and
I couldn't think of anything that didn't involve swearing.
The thing is, it's not like they beat them up a little bit. They just rolled over their offense.
Yeah.
The Jets' defense just stood up like a man and started beating down the child that was the Miami Dolphins, the redheaded stepchild from a previous relationship.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah, except it was Andy Dalton, except it looked like Jay Cutler. Bam!
Yeah.
Crash! Jay Cutler was flustered towards the end. He just stopped playing. He was like, I don't know why I came out of retirement.
I didn't sign up for this.
This is bad.
The Jets haven't been that great against the run. I think he thought that. I think everybody thought that Ajayi was going to have himself a day, and he just didn't.
He should have.
Yeah.
Should have. Josh McCown had a pretty good game. 18 for 23. Only put the ball on the ground 5 times. 249 yards. When I say he only put the ball on the ground 5 times, I meant incomplete passes. Yeah. Because, of course, he did put the ball on the ground 2 times. The Jets recovered both of them. So they weren't turnovers. But it is Josh McCown, so he can't have any, completely good thing happen to him. No. So, yeah.
This game was a completely good thing happening to him.
Yes. The Jets defense held the Dolphins to 30 yards rushing on 15 carries.
Wow.
It was just a shellacking.
That was dire.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew the Jets had something.
Yeah.
They're not the Niners. Hey-o. Just kidding. They're kind of the Niners.
I don't know. It was kind of weird, though, because I honestly thought the Dolphins had turned the corner a little bit. I thought they were going to be a little more consistent. And they were at home, weren't they? I thought they were playing in Miami.
No, that was in New York. That was at the... I don't know where they played.
Okay, so it was MetLife. It was in New York.
New Jersey.
Well, maybe that's the reason then. It just didn't look good. I thought the Jets were going to roll over, and they did not. So good on the Jets.
I definitely thought the Dolphins were going to win that one.
Good on the Jets
for them.
For stepping up. My overreaction is they win.
Do you think they'll win another game?
No.
I do.
Which one?
This is where I'm rolling into mine now.
Okay.
I don't think the Browns are going to win another game. They are worse off than I thought. You can't beat the Colts, my friends.
Yeah.
You can't beat anybody if you can't beat the Colts.
That was pretty bad.
They have the Jets in 2 weeks, week 5. It's in Cleveland. I still don't think it matters. After seeing the way the Jets are capable of playing, and after seeing what the Browns are capable of not doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Kaiser, but I think he's still got a ways to go. I'm glad he's playing. I like it when they just get to play. I just hope it doesn't seem like he's going to get upset by it. But I don't know, maybe Kevin Hogan gets thrown in again. He seemed to be okay.
He might, but I kind of doubt it, and the only reason I doubt it is because I think Hugh Jackson is safe this year.
Yeah.
I don't think there were any expectations that the Cleveland Browns are going to do anything. It probably would have been worse for them if they started out 3-0. Because if you start out 3-0 and then you have a series of losses, well, then people had expectations.
Yeah.
I still don't think anybody in Cleveland has any expectations. They were excited this week because they got to be road favorites. That was a win for them.
Whew.
And then they win and they lost. And everybody's like, well, yeah, but we were road favorites. That's fine. Also, I think they're still waiting on Myles Garrett. Garrett, he's not back yet.
He's coming back still.
Deshaun Kaiser looks like a quarterback, and yeah, he had some troubles. He had some turnovers, but he didn't look like he was affected by them at all.
No, he just needs to correct those issues, and I think he'll be okay.
I think Hugh Jackson's a heck of a coach, but yeah, they may not win a game for a long time. It could be a while.
They've got the Bengals this weekend. I think the newfound Bengals offense, Bill Lazor has figured some things out, and I think that they're going to do okay.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's just terrible.
The Jets, then they go to Houston. Houston, that'll be a fun matchup. A couple of rookie quarterbacks slinging at each other. They've got the Ravens again, so there's a chance that the Ravens with only we'll say 36 players by then, because it's not until week 15.
Yeah.
Won't be able to field a full roster.
That's how
so
you
they'll
win.
have to be subbing in guys.
Yeah.
So that could be a win, but I still don't think it happens. Sorry. Got to go for my Ravens. And then they got the Bears, too. So that's another opportunity. So they have some chances where they wouldn't necessarily be complete upsets.
Okay.
But with my upset every week, maybe they'll pull one of them in.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I've got a bonus read and overreact.
Ooh.
Yeah. Odell Beckham and his urinating on the football
Dude,
dance.
I saw that live.
Yeah.
I had no idea what he was doing. I saw him crawling on the ground.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's doing some sort of like crab thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. I guess I missed him lifting up his leg.
Well, you saw it though.
But then I rewatched it after I heard all of the everybody's mad at OBJ.
Well, that's why. And Odell Beckham Jr. is the reason why the NFL can't have nice things.
Yeah.
That one guy. That's the guy. During the offseason, you know what they're going to say? No more dancing. You know why? OBJ screwed it up for everybody.
And there have been some good ones, too.
Yeah, no, there have been some really good ones.
I think, I forget who it was. It was Golden Tate and maybe Galladay, 2 Lions. They went and started miming a ping pong game out in the end zone.
That's a good one.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
The Steelers had a little game of back alley
little dice
action.
Game. Yeah.
That was good.
I like that.
Who was it shot the 3-pointer? Was that Devontae Freeman?
Might have been Freeman. I think I saw Travis Kelce do it.
Kelce did that too?
Yeah.
Okay. Freeman's had some good ones, though. I can't remember them now off the top of my head, but yeah, there have been some good ones.
Yeah, and Odell Beckham pissing on a football.
No, it was just on the ground.
He wasn't really urinating. That's true. He was miming it. It was pretend. How about this? How about you just don't pretend to put any kind of bodily fluids on the ball? Can we just do that?
I guess he could spit. I would be okay with that.
How about just you don't...
Spit shine the football?
How about you don't have sex with the football? How about you don't defecate on the football?
Definitely
How
don't.
about
you can have the football as a baby, though.
How about...
That's been done.
The football is a... That's kind of weird.
You birth the baby?
That's weird.
The baby football?
That's weird. Here's... Off topic, in soccer when they score a goal, and then they grab it, they put it under their shirt,
they suck on their
and
thumb.
they suck on their thumb.
Yeah,
I don't understand what's happening when they do that.
I have no idea
because it's the baby.
Is their wife pregnant? I don't know.
But if it's their pregnant wife, why are they sucking their thumb?
I don't know.
What's happening?
I don't get it.
That's weird.
That's a weird one. Maybe that goal was so good that it just got ladies pregnant. Maybe that's what that means.
That goal is responsible for an uptick in population. Okay. I was so disappointed with Odell. That's just... Come on. Really? Why would you do that?
I have no idea.
That's... whatever.
It was... I totally threw me off when I saw the controversy, because I saw that celebration, had no idea what it was.
Well, and if you... I don't know, because I didn't catch the whole thing. All I caught was him lifting his leg.
Yeah.
But apparently there was another Giants player there. And is he holding the leash? Is that what's happening?
I don't know.
Are you taking the dog for a walk? Is that your celebration?
Maybe that's it.
What is happening? How is that cool?
I don't think it is.
Okay.
Yikes.
He just needed to score more touchdowns, and he did. He scored more touchdowns.
Yeah, I was going to... he was on his way to my pick 6 player until they lost. Not quite good enough, Odell.
Nope.
Yeah. All right, what are we on to now? You want to do pick 6?
Pick 6.
Pick 6. Pick 6. Pick 6. Pick 6. Touchdown.
Oh! Gets me every time.
That's bad. Did you put that together?
Yeah.
That's great.
I stole some people's.
Those are great.
I listened to many YouTube videos trying to find instances where the announcer actually said pick 6, because they don't say it that often.
They don't. No.
Those were the only 4 times out of like 100 touchdown interceptions that I found. Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be part of your call. Come on now.
So yeah. All right. Talking about individual, team, or unit performances. What do we have? Do we have all individuals this week?
I have all individuals.
Yeah, we got. I think we got all individuals. It was a good week.
It was a good week
for strong performances
for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a person.
For persons.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to start off. I got Mr. Jared Goff.
Okay.
The one and only number 1 pick. He did pretty good.
Yeah.
The defense still wasn't there, but he did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
This is the San Francisco defense that allowed 171 yards and a QB rating of 87 to Cam Newton.
That's terrible.
Not
offense.
bad.
Terrible offense.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Turns out they're not that good.
Terrible.
And then 198 passing yards and an 80 QB rating to Russell Wilson.
Worst offense in the league.
Turns out they're not that good either.
Terrible, horrifying.
I still will argue that that's a pretty good defense, though.
Well, Seattle's defense?
No, I think San Francisco's defense is going to give some other people some trouble.
Oh, they're sneaky good. Yeah.
Yeah. I think both of those teams, week 1 and week 2, Panthers and Seahawks, could have put up more points had they been better.
Potentially. Yeah.
So Goff went off nearly 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 145 quarterback rating, no turnovers.
Yeah.
From him.
Yeah.
A couple of fumbles that kind of made that game a little more exciting.
Yeah.
But that was good.
Good game.
Yeah,
good game.
That was a fun game. It was as a fan of the Rams a little bit. It was one of the best games and one of the worst games at the same time I've ever watched.
Really frustrating. Really frustrating.
Quit giving them chances.
Yeah.
And it started at the very beginning too, when the after they got the interception from Hoyer, on San Francisco's next possession. They had him on a 3-and-out, and then they committed some stupid penalty when they were punting, and then they continued on that drive and scored a touchdown and tied it up.
It was really sloppy.
Yeah, and then
fun to watch.
Fumbles and stuff. But yeah, it was a fun game. I still am entertained by it.
That's the kind of game that gives young head coaches gray hairs.
Yes. So, Goff was pretty outstanding.
He did good.
I don't know. I don't know what you think, but I think he did pretty great. He only missed 6 passes.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize
22 for 28.
Kept the ball off the turf.
He didn't even throw that many passes, and he got up to 300 yards. He was slanging. He had 4 pass attempts, 3 of them complete, 99 yards on those 3 passes alone. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So he was really good on third down, which is what impressed me the most, because people talk about him being terrible under pressure, and that's generally when you're getting blitzed, is when you're on third down. He had 11 pass attempts on third down, 7 completions, 3 of them were touchdowns. Only 2 of them resulted in punts, and then he had first downs on the other 2 of them, I think, and then 1 more was just... Well, maybe that was all of them. I don't know. Maybe 1 of them was just for a first down as well. Anyway, really good performance. I don't know. Did you watch this game?
Yeah.
Did you see the pass that he made to Tyler Higbee early in the game that would have been a touchdown? He just threaded the needle right down the center of the field. It was like a 35-yard pass.
Yep.
Perfect. And then Higbee dropped it, and I wanted to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
That would have been a touchdown.
Yeah. Nobody was more shocked to see that ball than Higbee.
I think so. That's true.
And then,
what are we doing here? This was not called for me.
Yeah. Goff doesn't... Yeah. That's the one thing about Jared Goff. Well, not just the one thing, but Jared Goff has a heck of an arm. Athletically, he is very talented.
I think his accuracy was the main problem, and just being kind of, it seemed, scared almost.
Well, you got
panicked.
I think a lot of that just has to do with experience.
Yeah.
He of course you're good. If you don't know what's happening around you, of course you're going to be uptight.
Yeah.
I think I've been super impressed by Sean McVay and the way he has been able to keep Jared Goff in situations where he is comfortable, because he looks like an NFL quarterback.
Much more composed.
And he didn't last year.
Yeah.
So whatever Sean McVay's doing,
keep at it.
Or not, because you're in my division. So stop that. Do other things, please.
Come on over.
Bring Jeff Fisher back as a quarterback's coach.
The water's fine over here.
Yeah.
In the league, your division.
Oh man.
Leading Rams.
All I can hope is that Kirk Cousins falls apart without him. That's what I'm rooting for now. I'm like, someone's got to just do bad things.
Yeah.
I've been real impressed with the Rams. I mean, like you said, they're not playing a bunch of world beaters, but they're you put 80 points up in 2 games. That's gee whiz. That's a lot.
We'll see how they do this week against Dallas.
That'll be a good barometer. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I mean, I think they can score points.
Yeah, they did okay versus Washington. They hung in that game. Washington's apparently pretty good.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll see. I don't know if I buy that one yet.
I don't understand that one. Maybe.
I'm trying to make the rubric of you beat this team beat this team, so this team is better, but then this team beat that team. So wait, now who's better?
Yeah.
It's totally all over the place so far this year.
It's we're only 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
So it's only going to get worse.
I hope it gets better.
It might.
It'll make for a much better pick'em scores for me, and I won't lose my farm.
At this rate, I'm just going to go down to Vegas and bet against me.
Good idea.
All the money against me. That's what I'm going to do.
All right, who you got?
My first pick 6 is Philadelphia Eagles rookie kicker Jake Elliott.
Woohoo!
From the University of Memphis.
All right.
He was initially, and I might have this wrong, but I thought he was a late round draft pick or maybe an undrafted free agent with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, okay.
And he got cut from the Bengals because the Bengals will cut you if you're going to be good. So he got cut right away.
Well, they would have had to pay him.
You can't have that. He kicked a 61-yard field goal as time expired.
At the death.
Against the Giants.
All I do is win.
That's Elliott.
Sing it, baby.
Yes.
He went 2 for 3 on field goals. His one miss was from 50+.
Okay.
So that's fine.
You can excuse that.
He went 3 for 3 on point afters, which is a thing you have to track now because they've moved it back.
Yeah.
Apparently nobody can kick a 20-yard field goal anymore. 61-yarder. He won the game with that. That was his longest kick in a game.
That was amazing.
His previous long was 56 yards at Memphis. Yeah, I mean, and the Eagles they weren't losing anything because it's not like they were going to have any success throwing a Hail Mary there.
Yeah.
So run the guy out. If you make it, great. If not, we're ready to go to overtime. It's fine. But it was, he just goes up and he got it in. not by much.
No.
It was real close to that right side, but he split the upright.
That's what you got to do.
Good on him.
Yeah.
We've actually got Carson Wentz was mic'd up for this game.
Yeah.
We have audio from him on the sidelines before and during the kick.
Let's take a listen.
You got to hear this.
This guy's a superhero if he makes this. I'll freaking give him my paycheck. I'll give him my game check.
I love it.
Huh? He makes it one time. I'll give him my game check. He makes it. Woo! Whoa! Sure we cover. Come on, Elliot. Come on, big four.
That's Midwest nice right there. That's a kid that was raised right.
Good old Carson Wentz.
Yeah, and then he goes from that. He kicks the field goal, the group hug at midfield, running around. He gets drug over to Aaron Andrews, and he does the interview. And then a couple of special teamers, Michael Kendricks and Camus Grugier-Hill, pick him up and carry him off the field on their shoulders.
Aww.
You know who gets carried off the field at
Rudy.
a football game? No. The coach when you win a championship. That's who gets carried off. You don't carry off the rookie kicker for doing his job. So that's the only part where I'm like, what?
He's only 22. He's just a baby.
But I will say this: it is fantastic that the special teams group is tight enough to be able to do that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Also, I love, if you heard Carson Wentz there, if you were listening to what he was saying, I hope he makes it. Make sure you have coverage.
Yeah.
Because clearly it was a 61-yard kick. The last thing you need is someone to catch the ball and
Smart
return
guy.
it. So at least he's aware.
I'm liking this guy more and more every day.
The more you look at him, the more he starts to look like a quarterback.
Yeah.
So that was good. Jake Elliott.
And bonus for me, pick 6, Jake Elliott, Hall of Fame kicker.
Just gonna throw that out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to go there, but you wouldn't let me.
That's a long way to go, boy. That's
a little too
it's
much
his
of an
third game.
overreaction.
Settle down.
We'll
Settle
see.
down.
70-yarder game winner next week.
Okay.
Anyway,
Do it.
I got Case Keenum,
Good pick.
pick 6, 369 nice yards, 25 of 33 passing, 3 more touchdowns, no turnovers, 142 QB rate. That's pretty close to Goff. That's Goff-like numbers right there.
Just how did this happen? How am I in this bizarro
What world is this?
This is not
This
okay.
is any given Sunday right here.
Oh man.
6 scoring drives, only 3 that resulted in punts. That's pretty good. I'm surprised. I did not think that Case Keenum had any of this in him.
No. That next stat. Read off that next stat you got there.
So he went deep 10 times. That's a lot for a quarterback that you generally don't even want to trust with the ball for anything but a handoff. He connected on 7 of them for 221 yards.
That's solid.
And 2 touchdowns.
Solid.
How do you do that? What is going on?
Bombs away.
Tampa Bay defense.
Who Bigsby? Who was the receiver that caught all those balls?
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon
I love
Diggs.
this guy. I talked about him in our week 2. Pick him. I love this guy.
How many catches? He had 9 catches.
Yeah, he had a pretty good. I didn't have to look.
158 yards, something like that. It was a lot. I was looking at him for my pick 6 too. But no, the stat I was looking at was the possession, maintained possession for the final 5 minutes 41 seconds.
Yeah,
locked Tampa Bay out.
And that was with, I think Cook had rumbled off like a nice 20-yard run too. He ate up a good chunk of the field, and they still just held onto that ball and didn't let him have it back.
That's old school right there.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
That was the way to do it.
And turns out all those people saying that that Tampa Bay's defense was suspect, they were right.
Yeah, they've got playmakers, but it turns out there's still some holes in that defense. Yep. Just the overall whatever. I don't know anything about defense.
Defense harder. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, I'm liking the Diggs and Adam Thielen 1-2 punch that they've got there. That's a lot more powerful than I thought it was going to be. I like these guys, but I didn't think they were going to be anything like this. They're number 2 and 3 in receiving yards in the NFL this year so far. I mean, it's early, but
wow,
as soon as Bridgewater comes back in.
Case Keenum.
Yeah.
Case Keenum.
Unbelievable.
We've got Aaron Rodgers. We've got Tom Brady.
Tom Brady had an amazing game, too.
We've got Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers.
There's a lot of guys out
here. And it's Case Keenum.
Yeah. I had to give it to Case Keenum. You expect this kind of stuff from Tom Brady.
Oh, man.
Real quick, what did Tom Brady do? 5 touchdowns, 378 yards.
That was an interesting game to me because actually Houston showed up in that game.
Yeah.
They were ahead for a lot of it, and they balled up in New England. Yeah. So good on them. They came up just short. I don't think they have anything to hang their head about. I know they're disappointed, but that was a heck of a game, and Brady had a Brady game, and that's what it took to beat him.
Yeah.
So
good for him. He dropped the ball 3 times. He only lost it once, though.
Brady did?
That's the one game I didn't watch this week.
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah.
So, is that all you have about? Are we done talking about him?
Yeah, that's all Case Keenum gets.
Oh, thank goodness. I've got Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
He did great. Speaking of Tom Brady, speaking of a Tom Brady backup, second start. I guess this is his third professional start.
Yeah,
isn't it?
second start with the Colts.
Start with the Colts. He went 17 for 24, 259 yards, kind of pedestrian numbers. One touchdown throwing the ball, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, any other quarterback would have had 3 throwing touchdowns, but Brissett's got that mobility.
Yeah, he's at this point, the team's still new to him. He's only been there 3 weeks.
Yeah.
When he saw his moment, he went. He wasn't waiting. He wasn't trying to sit back and go through his progression.
No.
He was going 1 deep and leaving.
Well, and 2, when your wide receivers are who they are, if T.Y. Hilton is covered, you're probably better off just doing it yourself.
Well, you don't have time to look for anybody else because pressure's coming right up the A gap because your center is bad. That guy's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I didn't look to see what his name was. He's replacing another guy who used to play center and then got hurt.
J.C. Treader. No. Deshaun Bond.
Yeah.
That's a name you've never heard.
No. That sounds right though. That's the name I was looking at before.
Yeah.
He's just bad. So you've got immediate pressure, and you've got a lot of the Colts. A big problem they're having is timing. By the time the receiver has run his 10 steps to get into his route, it's too late. You've already got somebody in the quarterback's lap. So you really do need a guy, and they went out and they found a guy that can move.
Yeah. And
Jacoby Brissett's making the best of it. He's doing good things. They were up to a 14-point lead at halftime, and then, like I said, I think you've heard me talk about this. That guy Chuck Pagano put the brakes on the Brissett train.
He didn't want to embarrass the Browns.
I guess not.
He's a classy dude.
Yeah. The big takeaway from the game: no turnovers by Brissett.
Yeah.
So
that's good. That's what you need if you're going to win a football game.
In what is essentially a rookie quarterback, that's big.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Don't throw the ball away.
Whatever you do, don't lose the ball. That's it.
Phillip Rivers, are you listening? Stop throwing the ball into Chiefs' arms.
No, Phillip Rivers is a veteran. He's allowed.
Yeah.
He just slings that thing all over the field.
Now. Inexcusable.
He's got a weird throwing motion. Just another off-topic
the ugliest thing.
What he twists his body.
I hate it so much.
Just sidearm a little bit, kind of.
But it's one of the fastest in the league too.
Release-wise, he reminds me a lot of Dan Marino because if you watch Dan Marino throw the ball, super quick release, but it just looks like it's almost kind of a shot put thing. It's like
it's not that fluid circular motion. It's really jerky and angular.
Well, for my money, the guy with the prettiest throwing motion that I've ever seen is Randall Cunningham, and it took him about a week to get rid of the ball.
I think he's still throwing one right now.
He's waiting for someone to catch up. But that thing was a thing of beauty. But no, Phillip Rivers, no.
He wins for ugliest throw ever.
Man, that's something else. Good quarterback. Quarterback.
Anyway, who are we talking about? Brissett?
A kid. I'm done talking about him.
Good job, Brissett.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Pick six.
My last pick six. A late breaking entry. Sneaking in at the last second. Larry Fitzgerald. That's what I like to call him.
Can't go wrong.
I like to rhyme.
Can't go wrong.
13 catches in a loss, but I don't care. That was amazing. 13 catches on 15 targets. 149 yards and picked up a touchdown too.
Dude's money. Yeah.
34 years old. Darren Sproles age.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's not breaking anything. He's as fit as a fiddle.
Yeah.
I love Larry Fitzgerald. And one of my favorite things about Larry Fitzgerald is he likes to block. Yeah. He'll get out there and he will lay somebody out in assistance of one of his fellow wide receivers.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a Heinz Ward in him.
Yeah.
They remind me a lot, especially at the later part of their careers. They're similar style players.
Yes, I agree. But Larry's still got it, man.
I
hope he plays again next year. They were talking about him might not come back, but he seems like he's still there.
It's gonna be tough. What you can't do with him, you can't bring a new quarterback in at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's gonna be willing to put up with.
I don't think he wants to do that.
No, somebody bad. Because say what you want to about Palmer, but he gets the ball out.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to put up with whoever their backup is.
Yeah, somebody that's going to hang him out to dry a lot, probably.
Just no.
Send him over the. Well, yeah, and he's playing in the slot now too a lot, I think. So
he's really effective. I mean, all he does is catch the ball. That's all he does.
Yeah, he started out with. I think he had like a 12-yard gainer, but like his first 6 or 7 catches were just like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yards, just moving the chains, and then he just turned it on and picked up some big gains. And did you watch this one at all?
No, because I don't have ESPN.
What?
I don't have ESPN.
Just throw on your Game Pass, bro.
Somebody else was using my Game Pass.
Am I always hogging it? Come over to my place and watch it with me.
On Game Pass?
Okay, let me tell you what happened.
Tell me what happened.
This was my favorite play. I don't know what Carson was thinking. He was about to get sacked is what Carson was thinking. So he just threw the ball. And he led Larry Fitzgerald right into Orlando Scandrick, defensive back for the Dallas Cowboys arms. He threw the ball to Orlando Scandrick, essentially. But Larry comes screaming in and just takes the ball away from Scandrick. Larry falls down just inside the bounds of the field. The ball, he doesn't even have the ball yet. The ball just bounces off of his forearm, and then he catches it and secures it. Dallas challenged the play. It didn't look like it was a catch because he didn't have the ball coming down. It just bounced off, but he grabbed it. He saved. It was possession, and they would have. He kept them in the fight, in the hunt for I think they ended up with a field goal that drive, but they were down by 7 at that point, so they still had a chance at that point, and I think that was a great play.
So is he? You think he's a Hall of Famer? When he retires and goes through his thing, is Marvin Harrison a Hall of Famer?
I think he is.
Okay. Is Terrell Owens a Hall of Famer?
Ooh.
No, he's not.
Ooh.
Because he's a dirtbag.
But T.O.'s awesome.
I don't care.
I like T.O.
Dirtbag.
I don't care.
King dirtbag.
I don't care about.
Wrong.
Nah, I don't care.
No, not a Hall of Famer. No.
T.O. is a Hall of Famer.
You are so wrong.
Larry Fitzgerald has 1,147 receptions so far, 14,000 yards so far, and 105 touchdowns.
Pretty good.
Put him in the Hall.
Do it.
Give that man a yellow jacket. Golden jacket.
Do it. A golden. Those things look so cheap.
Yeah.
They look. It's like you go down to Sears and pick that up. What is that? That's a terrible looking sports coat.
Yeah, it should be. I don't know what should it be.
English tailored something. I mean, it does. It looks like something I would go down to Sears and just pick off the rack. That one, please. Thank you.
Sears?
You want mustard color?
Value
Yes.
Village.
Mustard. Yes, that's what I want. Something that would look good in the 70s. That's what I would like to wear now to show that I am one of the best of all time. Yeah. Mustard color sport jacket. Thank you.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So weird.
Too bad. Well, he'll get his gold jacket.
Good. I hope he does.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him.
All right.
Blake Bortles.
Woo!
I have Blake Bortles, and I'm not going to talk about why. I'm just going to explain to you simply. Why? 20 for 31, 244 yards, 4 touchdowns.
What's with these guys getting 4 touchdowns on sub 300
I have no
yard
idea.
performances? That's like the third one.
44 points. What? 44.
Good grief.
44 points. Yeah, the Jaguars chased Joe Flacco out of the arena. They ran him. They ran him
that was
like
a terrible
like
game.
A starting pitcher who gives up a grand slam in the first. They ran him.
Yeah.
Right. It just terrible. I don't even know what to say. Congratulations, Blake Bortles. Well done, Jaguars.
Jaguars are now 3-2 in London.
Why don't they just play all their games there? I would play all my. If it was me, I would say we're having problems with the stadium in Jacksonville, and we need to play all of our games.
The stadium is broken.
It's which is also true. That's a terrible stadium. But yes, they should play all their games. They're 3-2.
They've got the built-in fan base because their owner is also the owner of the Fulham Cottagers, EPL. Well, not EPL anymore. Soccer team.
Championship
League team.
Yeah.
So there you go. Though it sounded like there were a lot of Ravens fans.
Did you say cottagers?
Yeah, that's their...
Is that a thing?
Yeah, they play at Craven Cottage, which is an awesome name for a football field.
Wow. Okay. All right. Now is the time of the show.
Now, we're going to jump right into a real quick little secret segment for all you one person out there.
Shh.
It's time for the secret word of the Broken Plane, Great Big Broken Plane giveaway.
What's the word?
What's the secret word? It's Marverman Lewis. How is this guy still employed? He lost again.
He did lose again, but he lost by less this time.
Yeah, but it wasn't because of him that they competed. It was because of the new offensive coordinator.
The bad offensive coordinator that they got brought in to replace the bad offensive coordinator.
He did good things finally.
Apparently.
He did what he was supposed to do. He instituted a single lead back, Joe Mixon, finally. More carries in this game than the first 2 games combined. Mm-hmm. He finally started throwing the ball to A.J. Green like you're supposed to do. Yeah. And he did this without Tyler Eifert either, who's shelved again and not going to play this year, apparently.
The whole year?
I don't know. He's hurt again. He's hurt his back. So he did the right thing. They still stalled out because they still are the same team, but they scored touchdowns. Thanks for ruining my awesome prediction of not ever scoring a touchdown this year.
They totally heard you.
Yeah. I knew it. As soon as I said it, they were going to score touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. Marverman Lewis.
Marverman Lewis. Spelling does not count if you get it close.
No, it's fine.
Marverman.
Yeah.
At or hashtag Marverman. Make sure you at the Broken Plane Pod.
Yeah. The Broken Plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
No pod.
No pod. The Broken Plane. At the Broken Plane.
Yeah.
And then hashtag Marverman.
And then follow us too, because you can't get anything without following us.
Follow us. Just follow us. There's really fantastic stuff on that account. You should follow anyway.
We tweet all sorts of funny things.
Subscribe. Tell your friends.
And we're wrong sometimes, too, which is great.
We're rarely right.
Yeah. So you can tell us how wrong we are.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was pick 6. And now it's time for Lose the Farm.
Best sound drop ever.
I love it.
That's great.
So we're going to talk about picks.
Picks.
Based on the spread.
On the spread.
From Yahoo. This week.
Why don't we tell them how we did for last week?
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's not tell them how we did last week. Well, how'd we do, JB?
I went 6-10.
Oh, well, that's not so bad.
No, that's really bad.
I went 6-10 too.
That's not so bad.
No, that's pretty bad.
For the year, I'm like I don't know.
You're 21-26.
Basically, the bookie is looking. He's calling his enforcer now and saying, "Go look him up."
I'm 22-25. I'm still
You're
one
still
ahead
safe
of you because we tied this week.
Yeah, they're not looking to break kneecaps for you.
Man.
Yet. For me, I better have money. That's what they're saying.
I got my Baltimore game right. I smartly picked Jacksonville. I don't know what you were thinking. And I got bailed out in the Atlanta game by that ridiculous touchdown that got nullified and then the clock got run off.
That was pretty terrible.
That was so sad for all those Detroiters.
That was so close. And I mean, I think they got that call right.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, that was tough.
That's a terrible. I'm glad it was just kind of like an inconsequential game. Hopefully it stays inconsequential for both of those teams.
Yeah. I also managed to luck out in the San Francisco game.
Yeah, that's right.
By a half point.
Oh, that made me mad.
Yeah, I was right there.
If Higbee had caught that touchdown, man.
Nope.
That was a field goal instead. There's your difference.
Nope.
I would have been a cool 7-9.
That would have made all the difference. So you ready to run through this? You're ready to run through this week's picks here?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Starting at the top. Green Bay, 7-point favorite over Chicago in Green Bay. I've got Green Bay.
I think Green Bay's got this.
Okay. New Orleans by 2 over Miami in Miami. But wait, Miami this week is London.
Yeah, Miami, London.
Okay, Miami, London. Yes, me too.
Miami, England. My bad. London's not a country.
I'm also taking Miami.
Yeah, I think Miami.
Yeah.
They bounce back.
The ATL by 9.5 over Buffalo in Atlanta. I'm taking Atlanta.
Here's your upset. Here's your upset right here. After Buffalo, after they showed what they can do against that Denver defense, I think that defense is going to be against that Denver offense. That Buffalo defense is going to be on display again
in Atlanta.
And they're not going to just cover. We're doing the spread, so this is 9.5 points. I think Buffalo's going to win.
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm going against my original way back when we picked all the records and everything. Right. I obviously had Atlanta to win this game.
But not anymore.
Not now with the upset special.
Buffalo's showing you something.
Yeah.
Showing you a little something there. That's right. All right.
There you go.
Cincinnati by 3 over Cleveland in Cleveland. Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's going to get their win.
Yeah. Dallas by 10 over the Rams in Dallas. I'm taking the Rams.
I am taking Dallas.
I am counting on the Rams offense to show up.
And I am just counting on the Rams defense to still be scary bad.
They're pretty bad.
Because it's really been disappointing me.
It has been. It is in Dallas, so they got that going against me. But 10 points is a lot, so I'm gonna hope that's enough.
Yeah.
Detroit over Minnesota, although there is no line, so we're gonna call this just even.
Call the winner.
In Minnesota, I've got Detroit.
I'm taking Detroit.
Okay. New England by 10 over Carolina in New England. I'm gonna take New England.
I'm taking New England, but this scares me.
Why?
Because New England has shown now that their defense is not good.
They can't cover the spread.
They've let 42 points go on Kansas City, and they let Houston hang with them too, who has not a very good offense either.
Well, either does Carolina. So
oddly enough, Drew Brees, the best quarterback of the bunch,
he's the one who
had
move
the worst time against them in his home.
I think that's
stadium.
probably because Bill Belichick's played against Drew Brees for a number of years, and
he knows what to do.
Yeah, he was confused earlier, and now he's not confused anymore. So yeah.
Okay.
New England.
I'm a little more comfortable taking New England now because I was going to take them, but I was scared that Carolina's going to magically put up points.
No, Carolina's terrible. They're just worst thing ever. Jacksonville by 3 over the Jets in New York. I'm going to take Jacksonville. And their newly minted 44 points.
I have to believe that if Jacksonville can beat Baltimore, they can beat the Jets.
You know, they probably scored all of their points for the year. No more points for Jacksonville for the rest of the year. That was it.
Dang it.
They emptied out the whole bucket.
You clearly don't believe that if you're picking them.
Pittsburgh by 2 over Baltimore in Baltimore.
This one's going to be so ugly.
Pittsburgh is going to win this game. Yeah. Houston, pick'em against Tennessee in Houston. I'm going to take Tennessee.
Houston, another upset.
Okay.
I think
not really an upset.
I think it is.
It's not really an upset.
It's defense versus offense, but both teams have good defense. Only one team has a truly good offense.
Pretty good offense. It's pretty good. Tennessee can move the ball. Arizona by 7.5 over San Francisco in Arizona. I'm taking Arizona.
I'm reluctantly taking Arizona.
I'm a little worried about this one.
After seeing what San Francisco offense did against the Rams.
Yeah.
And they kept it within 3 for the Seahawks too.
I'm nervous about this, but Arizona should still.
They should.
But
they don't have a running game anymore.
This is why I'm gonna lose money.
Ooh, I want to change it.
Nope,
am I allowed to change it?
Sure.
All right, I'm taking San Francisco.
You're gonna take I want to take San Francisco.
All right, you can change it too.
No. Arizona.
You got to gain ground on me somewhere.
Oh man, this
is
terrible.
It surely won't be that Atlanta pick that I foolishly bumped.
Philadelphia by 0. Oh, so another pick'em game over the Chargers in
Chargers.
LA. Philadelphia.
What is going on with the Chargers?
They're bad.
I have to say,
Philip Rivers is in his executive limousine watching film.
Philip threw this game away against the Chiefs. Did you watch this game?
No.
He threw away 14 points early in the game.
Why'd he do that?
He just threw bad interceptions right to the Chiefs. And they scored off of both of those.
Well, sometimes you got to take a chance.
And then the Chargers defense just hung tough and kept the Chiefs off the board for most of the game. I think they had another field goal, and it was like 17-10 for the longest time. They only had 3 points. If the Chiefs only had 3 points, Chargers could have won that game. But Rivers was just like not caring.
Well, he's not good. He's going to do that. He's going to do that again. That's why Philadelphia is going to win the game.
He played. Yeah, I know. That's why I think. But I can't. Ugh.
Why would you? It's the Chargers. They're just going to be bad.
The inexplicably bad team.
Why they're always like this? You think they're going to be good.
They fool you into picking them.
You think that they're going to be better than they are, but they never are.
Man. All right, Philly.
Okay. Tampa Bay by 3 over the Giants in Tampa Bay. This one worries me only because The Giants can't go 0-4, can they?
This is a complete crapshoot.
I'm picking Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay's back and forth. Yeah, Tampa Bay. Home team.
But that makes the Giants 0-4. At which point, Bob McAdoo's job's in jeopardy, right?
Yeah.
He's on the hot seat at that point. In New York, 0-4 to start.
If he's still calling the plays. Did you hear, did he switch it up? Because he was talking about wanting to do that for the Philly game. Let's give somebody else.
I saw something about it, but I thought I saw that he was going to keep play calling responsibility.
I mean, if he kept it and then they did what they did against Philly last week, he might keep doing it this week. But if he handed it off and they did what they did against Philly, then they might continue to be whoever this nameless person is.
It was a pretty good game.
Yeah.
They did well against Philly. I mean,
yeah, that was a fun game.
So, we'll see. Denver by 2.5 over Oakland in Denver.
The hardest city to play in.
It is. Trevor Siemian was a tire fire last weekend.
Yeah.
Of course, Derek Carr was also a tire fire last weekend.
Who's still going to be on fire this weekend?
I picked Oakland to win that division, so I need Oakland to go in and win that game.
I think Oakland's going to bounce back, and it's going to be a strong performance and a statement game if they do.
In division.
In Denver,
yeah,
against Denver's amazingly good defense.
Yeah, so it's a chance to do something special. They could really go in there and do that. Seattle by 14 over Indianapolis in Seattle.
14 points. Why do they keep doing this?
Seattle's not going to score 14 points. I'm taking Indy.
I'm taking Seattle.
There's no way.
This is another one of my wacky games.
14 points. That's bizarre. Come on. That's not right.
I think they'll find it. Home game. Terrible offensive line for Indy.
Terrible offensive line for Seattle.
Yeah, but Seattle still has an actual playmaker.
Wilson's going to run crazy in the game.
I think Chris Carson's going to have a good game, too.
No, he won't have a good game. He'll be bad.
You'll see. You'll all see.
KC by 7 over Washington in Kansas City. I've got Kansas City.
Kansas City.
All right. That's your Monday night matchup.
There you go.
That's your lose the farm picks. It's so ridiculous. All right. On to the Blitz.
The Blitz. Well, sadly,
boo.
Patrick has let us down again.
Boo.
As have all our other friends and family members. Nobody has submitted a trivia question.
I've actually
3 weeks running.
I've let us down too because I was going to submit a question and I did not.
Well, that doesn't matter.
I was gonna change my name, Fred. Fred, the football fan.
Was I supposed to think that we got something
Yeah.
from an anonymous or a random person?
Yeah, I'd be like, but I recognize your email address. No, it's Fred, the football fan. Tackle TK.
Yay! No.
You said you have a question.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you a couple of stats.
All right.
And you just have to tell me who this is. So,
okay. All right.
This person started their NFL career at age 22.
Okay.
They played for 2 teams. They started 265 games. They played in 266 games.
Okay.
One final stat for you.
So far, it could be a lot of people. There's a lot of people that could do that.
539 touchdowns.
539 touchdowns. So it's got to be a quarterback then.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask if it's active? Is it an active quarterback?
It is not an active quarterback.
Okay. So 2 teams. 500 is a lot of games. 22.
No, 265 games.
That's still a lot of games.
539 touchdowns.
539. That's a lot of touch.
399 touchdowns with his first team.
Is it Peyton Manning?
It is Peyton Manning.
Oh! High five. Woo!
All I do is win.
Good job. Nice.
Good job to you.
Nice.
I wouldn't have gotten that. I don't think. Drew Bledsoe.
That's a lot of touchdowns. That's
yeah.
That's a lot of touchdowns. That's crazy.
I just came up with that off the cuff.
Which game didn't he start?
Let's see if we can find it here.
Was it one with Brock Osweiler?
It was one of the
in
last
Denver?
ones. It was his last season.
Yeah, he came in relief for Osweiler, didn't he?
Yes, it was the final game of the regular season in 2015. It was January 3rd, 2016 against the Chargers. Mm-hmm. They ended up winning 27-20. Finished 12-4. But yes, Osweiler, the Brock Roach, started the game.
Mm-hmm.
and I think they just took him out because they were sick of seeing him.
He was ineffective. That's
he
why they took him
He
out.
was not ineffective. He was 232 with a touchdown, 2 interceptions.
He was terrible.
Peyton didn't do anything though. 69 nice.
Tire fire. No, he
yards.
didn't do. How many turnovers? None. Because Noodle Arm couldn't throw the ball far enough to get it to a DB. No, that was Super Bowl winning quarterback that year. So you know what? You can just take your funny jokes and
all I do is win, no matter what.
Exactly.
Peyton did not only just win though. Peyton did a lot of losing too.
All the way to the bank.
Yeah.
He lost all the way to the bank. He's got a commercial now for OtterBox. Have you seen this? The cell phone case.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. You got to see it. It's really good. Really good.
I miss the were those State Farm commercials?
Yes.
Where he would do quarterback things in everyday situations.
He would go and be a fan of the
that meat.
Yeah.
Cut that meat.
I'm the Nationwide commercials. I think those are funny.
They're pretty good.
The one with Brad Paisley now, where Brad Paisley's doing the jingle. And Banning is the
Speaking of jingles,
music producer. Jingles, yes.
Triscuits.
We didn't. Oh, you and I have been going round and round about crackers.
Yes, I love me a Triscuit.
Triscuits,
a woven wheat pallet.
Triscuits are the worst. Here's the thing: if Triscuits are what happens if an alien would come down and look at a cracker and you explained a cracker to him and he had never tasted a cracker before, and then he went back to his alien kitchen and made a cracker, he would come out with a Triscuit.
You think that's what he would do?
Disgusting.
You don't think he would just bake
horrible
a little piece of mushed up flour
dough?
No. I think
he would
that's
come up with
happened.
A woven wheat
I don't think that's
Triscuit.
What they would do.
I made for you the jingle. I found for you the Triscuit jingle.
I've never heard it.
Well, this is from like 1973.
Okay, I'm not
because
that old.
That's when all the Triscuits were made. Even Triscuits they sell today were made in 1973. They do kind of taste like
they're from 40 years ago.
They're bad.
A Triscuit, delicious whole wheat Triscuit. Plain or topped, they're such a treat with everything you eat. Triscuit wafers are made from 100% natural whole wheat and golden toasted to taste delicious. Things are just tastier on a Triscuit. You've got to try them. A Triscuit, baked only by Nabisco.
That's a Triscuit commercial.
Now, one thing I will take issue with is she said that things are tastier on a Triscuit.
On a Triscuit.
I will say that Triscuits are tastier with things on them. They got that wrong. Just today, in fact, I had a Triscuit and I put some potato salad on it. So it made the Triscuit better.
It's a flavor delivery system for you then.
It's a bland piece of
Essentially,
hard.
It's a spoon.
Yeah.
You should just use a spoon then.
It's a scraper.
It's
not even a spoon.
After you get done, you scrape your tongue. It's also a hygiene device.
It's not my favorite cracker, but it is a healthy cracker.
It's a terrible cracker.
What is your favorite cracker?
Garbage cracker. First of all, crackers are for the weak.
Oh.
I don't eat crackers. Crackers are knucklehead food for knucklehead people. If you were going to tie me down and force me to eat a cracker, I would prefer a Ritz cracker or perhaps a saltine.
Solid choices.
Saltine in soup. My preferred way to eat saltines is in chicken noodle soup. I go to Sherry's, which is a local restaurant here in Portland.
Yeah.
I go to Sherry's, split pea soup, and
Nothing for you.
I take all of the basket of crackers because they bring out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Basket of crackers. I take all 12 of them, and crunch them all up in the bags and make a huge mess of plastic on the table, and the waitress will come around. Oh, do you need more crackers, sir? And she scowls at me, and I say, no, thank you. That's all. Just this entire boat of crackers in my soup.
One boat is enough.
Essentially, it's split pea sludge at that point. And then I just eat it like a sandwich.
That's terrible.
It's fantastic.
Let's go to Sherry's right now.
Salty.
I want to see this.
Delicious.
All right, well, we're going to go to Sherry's. Thanks for listening.
Than's for listening.
It was a pleasure.
The outro music brought to you by The Cult.
I love The Cult. This is a good song. I'm glad you picked this one.
It's not bad.
All right, everybody. Well, we'll talk to you again next week. Good night.
Good night.